Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so we're talking about the Lakers and the Pelicans tonight at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, here in Los Angeles at Crypto.com Arena. Um, let's look at the injury report first, because I think we might see somebody might not play tonight. Yes, LeBron James is out. Marcus Smart also out for this particular basketball game. And for the Pelicans, Trey Murphy, game time decision. Jordan Hawkins, game time decision. The Carlo Matovic, game time decision. Jordan Poole may be making his return tonight. And Herb Jones is out. No Herb Jones for all the Laker fans that want Herb Jones on the team. You don't have to worry about him tonight. He will not be out there. And yeah, man, the Lakers are coming off of our sixth straight win against the Dallas Mavericks. We took care of business, had a nice overall team game for the most part. I thought that our stars really were spectacular. Austin Reeves got the game ball. He was tremendous. Luka the Don was perfect from the line, hit all 11 of them. Killed it from behind the arc. It was just a spectacular game for those two guys. I thought that Rui chipped in the second half very well. Scored 129 points. You know, that's a key for us. If we can score upwards of that, we're probably going to win. So we just did a lot of good things, man. And I love ultimately that we got that sixth straight win, even though I did have some issues with how we approached the game defensively. Some of the stuff that we had going on with our bench could have been a little better, but ultimately the Lakers prevailed. And you know, this is the first of a back-to-back, which is why we're not playing Bron. I believe tomorrow we play the Suns, who are, you know, a good team. They're not bad at all this year. They got some guys coming out of nowhere, as well as Devin Booker healthy, some bigs that they added to their situation, etc. So we got to take this game seriously, but we understand tomorrow will probably be the more difficult game. So as we look at the Pelicans, I want to go over the last 5 games they played. Strange occurrence took place last time as I was having some glitches with my phone and stuff. I skipped over the Dallas versus Pelicans game. I did not cover that game, even though it was there. I had done homework on it. Well, needless to say, we saw the Pelicans next, so we're going to go over that game here throughout the course of what it is that they've played last. It will come up, I believe. So yeah, that's a thing. For those who are wondering, did Brandon forget about the Pelicans Dallas game? Not really. I just had some issues with my phone, and it just so happened to not necessarily pop up in regards to what I was paying attention to. So yeah, the game that we will start with will be that game, since that was the 5th furthest back game on the Pelicans schedule, and that was a 118-115 win for the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas. It was a cup game, and let's go over the team stats. So the Dallas Mavericks shot 48% from the field, 40 of 84, and the Pelicans shot 46% from the field, 42 of 91. From the three-point line, the Pelicans shot 26%, 7 of 27, and 37% for the Mavs from the three, 16 of 43. So the Mavs are launching trays. The Mavs 79% from the line, 22 of 28, and the Pelicans 77% from the line, 24 of 31. Rebounding, lots of rebounding, 47 for the Mavs, 42 for the Pelicans, 11 offensive boards for the Mavericks, 9 for the Pelicans, 30 assists for the Mavericks, 25 for the Pelicans, 15 steals for the Pelicans, 9 for the Mavericks, 9 blocks for the Mavs, 4 for the Pelicans, 20 turnovers for the Mavericks, 22 points conceded off of those, 13 for the Pels, 15 points conceded off of those, 19 fast break points for the Mavs, 18 for the Pels, 40 points in the paint for the Mavs, 64 for the Pelicans. Zion's back. That has a lot to do with that. And the largest lead of the game for the winning team was 4 Mavericks. 15 was blown by the New Orleans Pelicans. So we won't go over the Maverick stats. Just consider that something we never hear about. But know that Cooper Flag went for 29 points, 12 out of 19 from the field. And Max Christie had a good one in this one as well, 23 points, 5 of 9 from 3. So, yeah, P.J. Washington also went for 24. So that's noteworthy. As far as the Pelicans, Herbert Jones, 32 minutes of play, 7 points, 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, and -7. So not a great shooting night for her. We don't have to worry about him tonight. Zion Williamson, 30 minutes of play, 22 points, 7-9 from the field, 8 of 11 from the line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals, -2. Zion is back. Trey Murphy III, 35 minutes of play, 25 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, 10 of 10 from the line, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, -1 in the plus minus. Yeah, bad 3-point shooting night for Trey, but he had all his free throws. Derek Queen, 32 minutes of play, 20 points, 8 of 17 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, a +1. Derek Queen had a good one in this one, but as we'll see further down, he's starting to wean off. He's kind of in a slump now, but he wasn't in a slump at that point. Jeremiah Fears, 32 minutes of play, 21 points, 8 of 12 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 4 steals, -9. Jeremiah Fears is stealing the ball. Stealing the ball, man. He had 7 against us in the last game about a week and a half ago, and he had 4 against the Mavericks. We'll keep an eye open for him. He is turning into a nice two-way rookie at the point guard position. Yves Missy, 16 minutes of play, 4 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 2 rebounds, -5 plus a block as well. Jose Alvarado, and we will talk about Alvarado in the inbounds steal, finessing that he does. We are not going to get caught off guard by that. So Jose Alvarado, 20 minutes of play, he had 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, +2. Sadiq Bey, 18 minutes of play, 4 points, 2 of 9 from the field, or 4 from 3. Ouch. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and a -1 there for Sadiq in a bad shooting night. Micah Peavy, that's another rookie that we need to pay attention to. The Pelicans' rookie class has been very good. A lot of people are talking about other teams like Charlotte, whose rookie class is excellent. The Pelicans' rookie class is really, really good with Micah Peavy, Derek Queen, and Jeremiah Fears. They're not getting enough love, and we're going to see all 3 of those people tonight. Micah Peavy had 13 minutes of play, 4 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, -4 from Micah Peavy. And Jordan Hawkins, 12 minutes of play, 3 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, a +11 for Jordan Hawkins. And that was it for that game. So let's move on and continue our quest to learn about the Pelicans of New Orleans. The next game was against the Atlanta Hawks in New Orleans, 115-98. The Hawks got the win. And, we'll check out the stats here from a team perspective first. All right, so the Hawks, 47% from the field, 42 of 90. The Pelicans, 42% from the field, 35 of 84. From the three-point line, the Pelicans shot 30%, 8 of 27. The Hawks, 37% from the 3, 17 of 46. Gosh, they dang near doubled their attempts from the three-point line. Gee. Free throw line, 20 of 24 for the Pels, 83%. For the Hawks, 14 of 19, 74%. Rebounding, 48 for the Pels, 42 for the Hawks, 13 offensive rebounds for the Pelicans, 10 for the Hawks. 28 assists for the Hawks, 21 for the Pelicans, 6 steals for the Hawks, 5 for the Pelicans, 7 blocks for the Hawks, 6 for the Pelicans, and only 7 turnovers for the Hawks, 9 points conceded off of those. 18 turnovers for the Pelicans with 25 points coming off of those. 15 fast break points for Atlanta, 8 for New Orleans, 52 points in the paint for New Orleans, 42 for Atlanta. Atlanta at one point had a 24-point lead, and at one point the Hawks had a 7-point lead. Pelicans, other bird. Yeah. Birds of a feather do not flock together in this situation. Let's check out the box score. That's not the box score. All right. So, of course, we'll skip over the Hawks, but Porzingis went for 30 points. Victor Krejci went for 7 of 10 3-point shots in this game for 21 points. I think I actually mentioned, what if Victor Krejci goes off for 7 threes? You don't want to let that happen. When we played against the Hawks ended up beating us. He didn't have that type of night then, but he did in this one, so I think it's kind of interesting. And Jalen Johnson went for 18 points, Dyson Daniels 10, and Nanal went for 10. Dyson went for 14. Nikhil went for 10. Let's move on to the team we'll see. Troy Murphy, 31 minutes and 19 points, 6 of 16 from the field, 4 of 10 for 3, 3 of 4 from the line, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 turnovers, a minus 16 for Murphy. Derek Queen, 32 minutes of play, 20 points, 6 of 14 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, hit all 8 of his free throws, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block, 3 offensive boards, a minus 8 for DQ. Sadiq Bey, 28 minutes of play, 18 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 5 of 6 from the line, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, minus 8, 3 offensive boards. Sadiq had a pretty good game in this one. Didn't shoot well from behind the arc, but 11 rebounds. That ain't bad. Micah Peavy had 27 minutes here, had 4 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 3 offensive boards for him as well, plus 1. Everybody was eating in that starting lineups on the offensive glass. Jeremiah Fears, 31 minutes of play, 11 points, 5 of 13 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, a minus 5. Kind of a quiet night there for a lot of minutes. He didn't do a whole lot. Kind of surprising. Kevon Looney got some minutes in this one. 14 minutes of play, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, a minus 4. Yves Messi, 21 minutes of play, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, a minus 14. Jose Alvarado, 17 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, a minus 12. Bryce McGowan's got 20 minutes here, 9 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, a minus 7 for Bryce. And Jordan Hawkins had 19 points, 5 points, 19 minutes. Only 5 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 rebounds, a minus 12 for Jordan Hawkins. And that concludes what we have to say about the New Orleans Pelicans. Lots of offensive rebounding, but ultimately the Hawks shot them down with a lot of threes by Victor Krejci. So that's the story. That was the Krejci game, and we move on. Next up, the Bulls versus the Pelicans. This game was also in New Orleans. The Pelicans got the big victory, 143 to 130. Did this go to overtime? It had to go to overtime. There's no way that was in regulation. I refuse to believe that was in regulation. Yeah, I guess it was. But that's some crazy scoring. Let's see what the team stats tells us. All right. So, yes, 53 of 104 from the field, 51% for the Pellies. They were launching shots and making them. The Bulls also shot pretty well, 52% from the field, 43 of 82. Not as nearly as many shots, but the Bulls shot the 3 a lot. 20 of 50 to be exact for 40%. And the Pelicans, 24 of 35. No, that's wrong. That's their free throw percentage and attempts, rather. They were 69% from the free throw line, so we won't double back there. 13 to 35 for the Pelicans from the 3 for 37%. And as far as the free throw line for the Bulls, 24 of 32 for 75%. All right, lots of rebounds for the Pelicans once again, 55 of them to be exact. 33 for the Bulls. That's crazy. 19 offensive rebounds for the Pelicans, 4 for the Bulls. They were on an offensive rebounding tear, to say the least. We do have to crash the glass against this Pelicans team right now. 29 assists for the Bulls, 28 for the Pelicans, 13 steals for the Pelicans, 4 for the Bulls, 5 blocks for the Pelicans, 3 for the Bulls, 14 turnovers for the Pels, 19 points conceded off of those, 17 turnovers for the Bulls, 23 points conceded off of those, 21 fast break points for Chicago, 17 for New Orleans. Wow, 78 points in the paint for New Orleans, 44 for the Bulls. My goodness. One team shooting a bunch of threes, the other team shooting a bunch of twos, getting to the line like crazy. Both teams did. This is a heck of a game. 21 fouls for both teams. Yeah, this game must have lasted a million years. 22 was the largest lead for the Pelicans, who won the game, and 5 for the Bulls. This was a strange game, y'all. And all of this happened in regulation? Let me look at the game cast, yo. Before we go to the box score, I just want to see the game cast. Yeah, Pelicans had a 37 first quarter. The Bulls had 30. Second quarter, Pelicans had 37 again. Bulls had 28. Third quarter, the Bulls had 35. The Pelicans had 34. In the fourth quarter, the Bulls had 37. And the Pelicans had 35. So they were just scoring like crazy. Lots of free throws, lots of threes, lots of twos, lots of everything. I'm sure the pace was blinding, but it kept having stoppage because of all the fouls. So this was a heck of a game. And New Orleans won their third win scoring 143 points, so we need not take them lightly. They're capable of this. Now, how did they come to that conclusion? Let's check out the box score and figure it out. So Zion Williamson had 29 points, 8 of 14 from the field in 30 minutes. Did not attempt a three as usual, 13 of 16 from the line. One rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 1 block, a +2. Zion with 1 board is crazy, but he did have a good game here. Trigger Murphy, 36 minutes of play, 20 points, 7 of 16 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3, 2 of 3 from the line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and a +20 for Trey. DQ, 17 minutes of play, 8 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, a -5. Queen, Sadiq Bey, 34 minutes, 20 points, 8 of 16 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 1 of 4 from the line, 13 rebounds for Sadiq Bey, 3 assists, 2 steals, 4 offensive boards, a +4. Okay, so that's 2 games I've clocked Sadiq Bey for double-digit rebounds. Box him out. Jeremiah Fears, 24 minutes of play, 15 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 5 of 6 from the line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, a +4 for Jeremiah. Yves Messi, 29 minutes of play, 14 points, 7 of 11 from the field, 14 boards for Yves. 2 turnovers, 3 blocks, 10 offensive rebounds for Yves Messi. And the previous coach was giving him DNPs, a +14 for Yves Messi. They fired that coach at the end of that game, by the way. After we beat the Pelicans, he did not coach the game anymore, and that's why you're seeing Yves Messi finally get back in the rotation and playing like he did last year when he was one of the better rookies of the entire year. Jose Alvarado, 32 minutes of play, 16 points, 7 of 16 from the field, 2 of 9 from the 3, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, +14 for Jose, of whom we will not allow to steal an inbound against us. Micah Peavy, 20 minutes of play, 10 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 0 of 2 from the line as well, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, and +13 there for Micah Peavy. And Bryce McGowan's 18 minutes, 11 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 3 of 4 from the line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, a -1. So you can clearly see how this roster is being utilized differently with a different coach. This guy believes in Messi a lot more. This guy's getting a lot more out of Sadiq Bey. And Bryce McGowan's is in rotation. Micah Peavy is now being used. Totally different coach having control of this roster. And it seems like he's getting more out of it. Zion coming back definitely doesn't hurt. And that's what I see there. As far as the Bulls, Ayo Dosunmu had 28 points. Kobe White had 24. Josh Giddey had 21. And they got, 7 players in double figures for the Bulls. So they scored a lot, obviously, but they weren't able to get the win because they couldn't keep the Pelicans off the glass between Sadiq Bey and Yves Messi. They were just rebounding monsters out there. That's really what it came down to. New Orleans got the win there, and we move on. Next up, New Orleans Pelicans faced the Memphis Grizzlies, 133-128. Another high-scoring game for the Pellies, but they didn't win this one. Now let's see what happened there. As my phone continues to load slowly. All right, this one did go into overtime. It was in New Orleans. It was a cup game. And, we'll know the team stats as soon as it loads. So, once again, another game with the Pelicans shooting over 100 field goals. 50 of 101 for 50%. Does that make any sense? 50%. 50 made, 101 attempted. That's not 50%, is it? Am I tripping? 100, half is 50. Add 1, it can't still be 50. Something strange going on there with the field goal percentage, but whatever. 52 of 97 for the Memphis Grizzlies. And that was 54% from the field. Let me get this right. 17 of 37 for the three-point line for the Grizz, 46%. 19 of 45 for the Pellies for 42%. So both of these teams were launching a lot of shots from behind the arc. Not too many free throws because of it. 9 of 10 for the Pels for 90%. 12 of 14 for the Grizz for 86%. 49 rebounds for the Grizzlies, 40 for the Pels. 11 offensive rebounds for the Grizz, 10 for the Pels. So these are good rebounding teams, both of them. Assists, 38 for the Memphis Grizzlies, 34 for the New Orleans Pelicans. 9 steals for the Grizz, 10 for the Pels. 8 blocks for the Grizz, 9 for the Pels. 16 turnovers for the Grizzlies, 23 points conceded off of those. 15 turnovers for New Orleans, 27 points conceded off of those. You got 16 fast break points for New Orleans, 9 for the Grizzlies, 66 points in the paint for the Grizzlies, 50 for the Pelicans, 18 fouls for both teams, 17 was the largest lead for the Pelicans, and 9 was for the winning Grizzlies. All right, let's see what happened here in the box score. Skip over the Grizzlies and go straight to the Pels. Zion Williamson, 32 minutes of play, 17 points, 7 of 15 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3. He actually attempted a 3. Wow. 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 blocks, 2 offensive boards, and -9. That's a lot of turnovers, Zion. Trigger Murphy, 38 minutes of play, 12 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 turnovers there, 2 steals, -9. Derek Queen, 23 minutes of play, 10 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, -24. That's when the slump began. Sadiq Bey continues his rebounding streak, 39 minutes, 18 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 10 rebounds for him, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 offensive boards, a -11. Jeremiah Fears, 26 minutes of play, 10 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, -28. Worst on the team there for him. Yves Messi, 29 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 3 blocks, 3 offensive boards, +19 for Messi. Jose Alvarado, 27 minutes, 24 points, 9 of 15 from the field, 6 of 11 from 3, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover, +23 for the guy we will not let sneak an inbound steal on us. Micah Peavy, 21 minutes of play, 11 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 3 of 3 from the line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 offensive boards, a +4 from Micah Peavy. Bryce McGowan's 14 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 3 from both the 3 and the field, 0 of 1 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block, +3 for Bryce. And Jordan Hawkins, 15 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, and a +7. He finally had a game where he shot well from behind the arc. Jordan Hawkins is a great shooter, but he's been shooting terrible this season according to what it is I've been seeing. This was his best game I've seen him shoot in. For the Memphis Grizzlies, who got the win, Jaren Jackson had 27. Wells shot very well, 9 of 11 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3 for 25 points. Zach Edey's back, and he's playing well, 10 of 15 from the field, 21 points. And they had ultimately 7 players in double figures, with Cam Spencer also having a good shooting night. So, yeah, the Grizzlies were able to edge them out in overtime, but the rebounding was crazy on both sides of the coin. Vince Williams went for 17 assists in this game. Vince Williams is really stepping up this year. 17 assists for Vince Williams. That is crazy. So, yeah, that's really what it came down to. The Grizzlies got the win because Vince Williams turned into Magic Johnson. That's pretty much how they went. And for the final game that we will pay attention to in regards to New Orleans was the game they had last night. And I believe that was against the Golden State Warriors with the ugliest Oakland floor. I know they were paying homage to Oakland, my people from Oakland. I love Oakland, but God, that brown floor was a eyesore. Burn that thing to a crisp. It was hideous. 104-96 was the score. The Pelicans lost the game. The Warriors got the win in their ugly brown uniforms, that ugly, hideous brown floor. And, yeah, let's get into the team stats. So the Pelicans shot 32 of 86 from the field, 37%, very cold. The Warriors, 38 of 93, 41%, kind of cold themselves from the field. 12 of 47 for the Warriors, not surprising to see them launch 47 threes, 26%, not good. 7 of 30 for the Pelicans, 23% from 3. The Pelicans got to the line a lot, 25 of 34 for 74%, and the Warriors 16 of 20 for 80%. Once again, heavy on the rebounds for the Pelicans, 50 of them, 47 of them for the Warriors. 16 offensive boards for the Pelicans, 14 for the Warriors. So with all these missed shots, it was a lot of rebounds to be grabbed, and the Pelicans are shaping up to be a very, very good rebounding team. Assists, not so good. 16 for the Pelicans, 28 for the Warriors. 7 steals for the Pelicans, 5 for the Warriors. 2 blocks for the Pelicans, 3 for the Warriors. 13 turnovers for the Pelicans, 11 points conceded off of those, and 10 turnovers for the Warriors for 13 points conceded off of those. 16 fast break points for the Pels, only 3 for the Warriors. 48 points in the paint for the Pels, 52 for the Warriors. And 10 was the largest lead in the game for the Pelicans, 11 was for the winning Warriors. See what the box score tells us about the Pelicans, and we'll just glance at the Golden State Warriors. So, starting with Zion, 31 minutes of play, 25 points, 8 of 16 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 9 of 10 from the line, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, a -3 for Zion. Derek Queen, 16 minutes of play. This was his worst game of the season, for certain. 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 turnovers, a -17. So his minutes are going down, and I hate that as somebody who owns him in the fantasy league. I really hope they find a way to use Derek Queen, but I understand that Yves Messi is getting more minutes and stuff like that. Plus Zion's back, so it's kind of eating away at DQ. But I want him to get his minutes back up. He deserves to be in the Rookie of the Year race, and he won't continue if they keep on decreasing his minutes. So that's something to keep an eye open for. He may not be on the floor as much for them as maybe they would be best for having him out there. We'll see how it goes. Sadiq Bey, 38 minutes of play, 21 points, 7 of 17 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, and a -13 for Sadiq. Bryce McGowan's got the start, 26 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals, plus 10 for Bryce. Jeremiah Fears, 36 minutes, 16 points, 5 of 17 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3, 3 of 6 from the line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, -15 for Jeremiah. Kevon Looney got some minutes against his old squad, 10 minutes to be exact, 4 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, plus 8 in his return to Golden State. Yves Messi, 20 minutes of play, 9 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds for Yves Messi, 2 turnovers, 5 of them offensive rebounds, plus 1. Jose Alvarado, 31 minutes of play, 7 points, 1 of 10 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3. Woof, that's hideous. And he just came off of a really good shooting night. This is the problem with role players sometimes, man. They have a good shooting night, and they think that that person, and then they attempt the same amount of shots, and they can't hit any of them. That's kind of what happened there. 4-4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block, a -11 for the guy we will not allow to kill us on an inbound steal. You ain't about to get us on that, Jose. It ain't never going to happen. Michael Peavy, 32 minutes of play, 7 points, 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 4 offensive boards for Michael Peavy. Bad shooting night, but good crashing the offensive glass. And just a glance at the Golden State Warriors, Jimmy Butler had 24 points, got to the line 14 times, hit 10 of them, 2 rebounds away from a triple-double with the 10 assists there. Plus 22, he was really good. Draymond Green couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. 0 of 9 from the field, 0 of 7 from 3 for 2 points. Not a great shooting night there, to say the least. Podziemski didn't shoot well. He had 15 points, though. GP really has shined for them. Gary Payton II, 19 points, shot pretty well. Jonathan Kuminga had 10 points. I wish his minutes would go up. I wish he would get off of that team. And Moses Moody had 11 points as well, and that is 5 players in double figures for the winning Golden State Warriors on a very ugly basketball floor. So that's pretty much what it is for the New Orleans Pelicans. They won 1 of the last 5 games, but they're rebounding extremely well. And they're capable of scoring a lot, and they're also capable of scoring a little. They are not a consistent basketball team. They are a bad basketball team, and we should get the victory tonight if we show up. Even without LeBron James, it should not be a problem. But we do need to understand that this team was not pleased with us at the end of the last game. We had an issue where they didn't quite remember that we were playing a tournament game, so we were running up the score for the sake of our tournament play, and they were getting upset with that. So I would imagine there could be some bad blood out there. I think Derek Queen got into it with Luka Doncic, so just keep an eye open for the type of energy that could potentially be out there, since that game was only a week ago, and we did get the victory and kind of embarrassed them in the way that we did it. So yeah, that's something to monitor. And yeah, man, let me check out my other app here, and it'll tell me what the Lakers are wearing, and what to expect in that regards. Give me a few seconds and I will have that up. I usually have it loaded up, but today I don't. So bear with me as we continue to try to figure out how to get that on this thing here. But yeah, man. Pelicans game tonight, 6:30 as already mentioned, 9:30 Eastern for those who care. Tomorrow's game is at 7 p.m. against Phoenix here in Los Angeles as well. So we'll be ready for the back-to-back after having a nice little rest there. So what is it? What am I looking at here? Man, it's the Wi-Fi issues. It's just where the room is that I'm in. It's just not really close to the Wi-Fi. But New Orleans is going to be wearing their pretty snazzy New Orleans greenish black type things. And, of course, you saw we're wearing our whites. I actually like that color scheme. They have a good floor to go with that that black jersey. But, fortunately enough, we're home, so we don't see that floor. So the projected starters for this particular Pelicans team: Fears, Sadiq Bey, Zion, Trey Murphy, and Derek Queen. So Derek Queen will get the start tonight. Okay, maybe they learn from their mistake and not keeping him on the floor. Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, Rui Hachimura, Jake LaRavia, and DeAndre Ayton, of course, with LeBron being out. So I like that starting lineup. That looks pretty solid to me. Jake is going to probably be the 3 there. Rui will likely play the floor 4. We didn't get a whole lot out of Jake LaRavia, but I know when he's used more, he tends to play well. Not really consistent, but a high-level role player, Jake LaRavia. So I hope he can shine tonight and show us why he needs more minutes. Hopefully this won't be the 4th or 5th straight DMP for Vanderbilt. I just don't think that's the best way to utilize that asset. I understand his offense is not very good, but his defense is still good and his rebounding is still good. And we can use his size out there. So I want to see a little Vanderbilt, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But hopefully he at least checks in without Braun out there. As I said, the injury report is still the same. No Herb Jones for them. No Carlo could play, could not play. Jordan Poole could play, could not play. Trey Murphy, same thing, game time decision. Jordan Hawkins, same thing, game time decision. So yeah, and DeJounte Murray is going to be out for a little while, continuing to come back from the Achilles tear. And of course, we already mentioned LeBron James and Marcus Smart will not play tonight, but I'm sure they'll be ready tomorrow for Phoenix. So crash the glass, man. Crash the glass. That's what I got to say. The Pelicans are a much better rebounding team than we would expect they would be. And now that they got Zion back, Derek Queen rebounds. They're using Yves Messi for a change. Sadiq Bey has been having a career year rebounding the ball over the last 5 games. I just think the best way to approach this basketball game is to assume that they were going to see the Pelicans that score a lot. Because they did have a game where they went for, 143 in regulation. They ain't nothing to play with. So they get it off a rebound. Sometimes they shoot a lot of threes. Sometimes they shoot a little bit of threes. Sometimes they get to the line a lot. Sometimes they don't. But you can score in the paint on them, as we clearly saw. Teams were able to do that fairly consistently. And, that's really what I see there, man. Austin Reeves coming off a fantastic game. Luka Doncic coming off a fantastic game. If they can continue to be as dominant as they were in the last game, give us a little more efficiency like they did in that one. We shouldn't have a problem against these Pelicans, man. We shouldn't. But do understand that they have some very high-level rookies. Jeremiah Fears, like I said, 7 steals in the last game against the Lakers. I'm sure his confidence will be high. He's kind of in a little bit of a inconsistent little stretch here. I would expect he'll play well in our building. So that's something to keep an eye open for. Zion Williamson is always a problem. And with LeBron not being out there, we're going to have to find a way to really, attack that young fella. He's going to try to go for a lot of points tonight, I'd imagine. And he doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he's starting to get a little more confidence attempting threes. As these games have progressed, we saw that he went from 0 attempts to 1 attempt to 2 attempts. So I'd expect he'd attempt 2 tonight or something like that. Keep an eye open for him. Maybe attempting to stretch the floor a little bit and try to find his confidence, spacing the floor for his team. Just a couple things I'm picking up on, man. Trey Murphy, hopefully he doesn't go because we know what Trigger can do. But, he's a game-time decision, so we'll see. Overall, looking forward to this game. Like I said, I expect a little bad blood. The Pelicans do not like us. We don't think nothing of them. But, they're a young team with a new coach. And I think their coach uses their roster a lot better. This is a DeAndre Ayton game. Definitely keep an eye open for him versus Yves Messi. Yves Messi had my favorite block of the season. I believe it was against maybe Dallas or somebody. I don't know who he blocked, but it was the most ferocious block I saw of this season thus far. So keep an eye open for him. He has a coach that believes in him now, that is a good center, and he's going to get his share of offensive rebounds tonight for certain. So keep an eye open for Yves Messi to have a big game, and we're going to need Ayton and our other centers. Jackson Hayes, who's been playing well. This is Jackson's ex-team, so I'm sure he's going to have a certain interest in defeating them tonight with his minutes. This is going to be a game where we need to really keep our eyes open. And if Jordan Poole comes back, and this is something that's really important, if Jordan Poole comes back, then you know what his ceiling is. Now, coming back from injury, he hasn't played in like a month, so I don't know that he would be his best, but that's a very talented player. So we need to be very careful with the three-point arc, specifically with Jordan Poole. He's a wild card, and he is very good at stealing the ball. So we need to watch our turnovers tonight because this team is sneakily very good at stealing the ball. They got multiple players that specialize in that, and Jordan Poole is one of them if he does return. So we need to raise our expectations for what the ceiling of the New Orleans Pelicans could potentially do, especially from behind the arc. When you consider Sadiq Bey, Jordan Poole, Trigger Murphy, some of these guys' game time decisions, Jordan Hawkins, they got some of the better shooters in basketball on their team right now. And I don't know that they've tapped into how to utilize all these people, but they don't have a bad roster, not by a long shot. And will be even better when DeJounte Murray gets back. So this is a Pelicans team that I think is going to have a much better second half of the season than they had first. And I wouldn't be surprised if they land somewhere amongst teams that are decent despite only having 3 wins right now. I don't think they make the play-in tournament, but I do think they'll play spoiler for some people when they get their full spectrum of players back. They are very difficult to deal with. Derek Queen is going to continue to get better. Jeremiah Fears continue to get better. Micah Peavy continues to get better. And what they already had remaining is going to make them a very deep and capable basketball team with better coaching. So this Pelicans team is only going to get better, man. I know that people are down on them, and rightfully so, but this team now has a bunch of stuff they should be excited about. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to move DeJounte Murray for somebody a bit more healthy because Jeremiah Fears needs that point guard position. And Zion Williamson plays well next to Derek Queen if they just believe in both of them and let them go out there. They're very difficult to deal with. And you can throw in some Yves Messi comfortably where one of them is not playing well or where one of them gets in foul trouble. And they got a nice rotation in their front court. So this is a good team. They just don't quite know themselves yet. Most of their players are still developing. Zion's in and out of the lineup. Poole's in and out of the lineup. DeJounte's out of the lineup. When they get everybody back, they're more than capable of beating a team or two. So we need to respect them going forward and don't just look at them as a bad team with nothing because that's not what's actually on their roster. Carlo guy can go off. They got guys, man. I like this Pelicans roster, and I think they're going to be better now that they have a new coach in place. So that's what I would say. Take them seriously. Say somewhat of a trap game. I don't know if I clarify this as a real trap game, but it can be if the Pelicans are able to tap into what they did against Chicago and scoring 143 points and rebounding the ball as well as they have been, especially if Sadiq is going to get double digits. So that's really what it is, man. A lot to take in regards to this game. What to expect, doing homework. If you prepared, you should be able to beat this team. But if you're unprepared, there's no reason why the Pelicans can't come in and shock the world, beat you tonight on your home floor. So don't let it happen. BDL 44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.